Hello, my dear friends. You're welcome on our channel. In this video, we're going to discuss the most important events that took place during the previous hours. We have a lot of very interesting updates too. So let's start. Drones raid reported in Makhachkala. On the night of the 22nd of October 2025, Ukrainian long-range drones struck deep inside Russia, targeting an oil refinery complex in Makhachkala, Dagestan, and a defense-linked plant in Mordovia. The Dagnefta product refinery, one of the largest in the North Caucasus, sustained visible damage, though no casualties were reported. Russia's defense ministry stated that 33 Ukrainian drones were intercepted across multiple regions during the attack, while local authorities in Dagestan confirmed explosions and temporary flight restrictions at airports in Makhachkala, Vladikavkaz, and Grozny. Governor Sergei Melikov reminded citizens of censorship rules prohibiting the publication of strike footage. The strike marked one of Ukraine's deepest drone penetrations, approximately 860 kilometers inside Russian territory, in an ongoing campaign targeting oil and defense infrastructure. Drones have attacked Saransk. The Saransk mechanical plant in Mordovia, a key defense industry facility producing explosives and rocket fuel, was struck by Ukrainian drones on the night of the 22nd of October 2025, causing significant damage and a large fire but no reported casualties. This attack was part of a broader massive drone raid hitting multiple Russian regions, including an oil refinery in Makhachkala, Dagestan. Local authorities confirmed emergency responses and imposed temporary flight restrictions in nearby airports. The strike represents one of the deepest Ukrainian drone incursions into Russian territory, targeting critical military-industrial infrastructure about 700 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Fire reported at power station in Smolensk, also partial power blackout in the city. On the 21st of October 2025, Ukraine launched multiple drone and missile strikes across southwestern Russia, causing a fire at a power station in Smolensk and partial power outages in the city, as well as fires and damage at a chemical plant in Bryansk and a substation in Trubchevsk, Mordovia. These attacks targeted key energy infrastructure, including a thermal power plant in Smolensk and a chemical plant in Bryansk, linked to the Russian military-industrial complex, generating emergency responses and brief power blackouts. The strikes are part of a broader campaign aimed at disrupting Russian energy and military capabilities amid ongoing hostilities. Fire after drones attack in Trubchevsk-Bryansk region. A Ukrainian drone attack on the 21st of October 2025 caused a fire at a power substation in Trubchevsk-Bryansk region, leading to partial power outages in the town. The strike was part of a larger offensive targeting Russian energy infrastructure that night, which also included a fire at a power station in Smolensk and a missile strike on a chemical plant in Bryansk. These attacks are part of Ukraine's ongoing campaign to disrupt Russian military and energy capabilities. Russian Ministry of Defense claims 57 drones have been shot down over Bryansk region. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed it shot down 57 Ukrainian drones over the Bryansk region on the evening of the 21st of October 2025 during a large-scale Ukrainian drone and missile assault. These intercepted drones were part of a coordinated attack targeting military, industrial, and energy facilities in western Russia, including a chemical plant in Bryansk. Despite the interceptions, some drones caused fires and infrastructure damage, but no casualties were reported. The attack involved the use of advanced Western-made Storm Shadow cruise missiles by Ukraine. 4 people killed, 10 wounded as a result of Russian bombardment in Novhorod-Siversky of Chernihiv region. Russian bombardment on the 21st of October 2025 in Novhorod-Siversky, Chernihiv region, resulted in the deaths of 4 civilians and injuries to 10 others, including a 10-year-old child. Around 20 Shahed drones were used in the attack, hitting residential buildings and infrastructure, causing significant destruction and power outages in the area. Emergency services are actively working at the damaged sites, and medical treatment is being provided to the injured. The assault is part of a broader Russian campaign targeting Ukrainian energy and civilian infrastructure ahead of winter. Fires at Pechersk and Darnitsia as a result of drone strikes. In Pechersk, Drone debris hit a high-rise residential building, sparking a minor fire that was quickly extinguished. In Darnitsia, fires broke out in a 17-story residential building and a nearby non-residential building, with at least 15 people rescued, including children. Debris from the attacks also ignited fires in other Kyiv districts, damaging buildings, cars, and infrastructure. These attacks resulted in casualties and ongoing emergency response efforts. Kinzhal missiles launches towards Kiev of Cherkasy region. Russian forces launched Kinzhal hypersonic missiles toward Kiev in the Cherkasy region on the 22nd of October 2025 as part of ongoing missile strikes targeting Ukraine's critical infrastructure and military sites. The Kinzhal missile, with a range of approximately 480 kilometers and speeds up to Mach 10, is designed for precision strikes and is difficult to intercept. Recent upgrades to the Kinzhal's guidance systems have reduced Ukraine's ability to intercept these missiles with Patriot defense systems, posing a significant challenge to Ukraine's air defense. Cruise missiles are approaching Kremenchuk. Cruise missiles are currently approaching Kremenchuk in the Poltava region of Ukraine on the 22nd of October 2025. This is part of ongoing Russian missile and drone attacks targeting Ukrainian cities' military and energy infrastructure, which have caused explosions, fires, and damage to residential areas in Kremenchuk and surrounding districts. Local air defenses are active, and emergency services are on alert for potential strikes and casualties. 13 people wounded as a result of bombardment in Zaporizhia, multiple fires across the city. Russian forces launched multiple drone strikes on Zaporizhia, causing widespread fires, damage, and casualties across the city. The attacks involved at least 9 Shahed drones striking various targets, including an educational institution, residential buildings, vehicles, and civil infrastructure. Firefighters extinguished fires that broke out on balconies and rooftops of several multi-story buildings. 13 people were wounded, including 5 women suffering from shrapnel wounds and carbon monoxide poisoning, all receiving medical care. Nearly 2,000 residents were left without electricity due to damage to energy infrastructure. Emergency services actively responded to rescue and mitigate damages, and prosecutors have opened investigations into war crimes related to the assault. This strike is part of Russia's ongoing campaign to disrupt Ukraine's energy and civilian infrastructure as winter approaches. Explosions were reported in Izmail. Russian forces launched multiple missile and drone strikes across Ukraine, including explosions reported in Izmail, Odessa region. The attacks damaged energy and port infrastructure in Izmail, causing power outages and fires that were promptly extinguished by emergency services. Despite the damage, there were no reported casualties. This assault was part of a larger wave of strikes hitting cities such as Kyiv, Zaporizhia, and others, contributing to a severe impact on Ukraine's energy grid and civilian areas ahead of winter. Ukrainian authorities are actively responding to mitigate the damage and restore services.